What a curious thing.
You're early.
Oh, what happened? Oh, where am I? And what do you mean I'm early?
Welcome to Rabbit Hole Brewing in Justin, Texas.
Justin, Texas? And you are going to make beer here.
We've got the beer garden, we've got the tasting room, we've got the brew floor.
Well, now I'm really curious. Tell me about your brewery.
We'll be the only craft brewery in Justin, and just the second one in the county. We can't wait for the tourists this place will bring in. That is, once we build a tasting room and beer garden for them.
Where's that?
You're standing in it?
First, this area needs a bit of spit and polish. The weeds, they've got to go, and some of this gravel too. We'll smooth it all out, put in some nice shrubbery to make this an inviting and tranquil area. Add some custom picnic tables, a bit of shade, and a split rail fence, and this will be a garden that anyone, queen or knave, will be proud of.
That sounds really cool.
It will be. Let's go take a look at the tasting room.
Where's that?
Right this way.
Whoa. How do we get here?
This is going to be our tasting room.
It's a little cramped, but you're not lacking for office space.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't need an office. We need a tasting.
You're right. This area has promise, but these walls just get in the way. We'll get rid of them to open up the space. We'll paint the walls, replace the floor with tile, and add some art to decorate the space. Of course, a nice bar in the back of the room will be a crowning touch, a grand place from which to serve our grand libations.
Beer garden, tasting room, that all sounds great, but where are you going to make the beer?
Oh, no, let me this time.
Hey, where am I? Let me out of here. Let me out.
Sorry.
You do that every single time.
I'm really sorry about all this, but you got to check this out. Come with me. This is where our brew house is going to be. The brew kettle will be over here, and we'll put the mash tun right next to it. The grain milling will be right over here. We're going to do our fermentation right in this area. This is where the cold room will be. Packaging and kegging will happen right here. And we can store our empty kegs up there. Those guys wanted a slide to get back down. We don't need a slide.
How about a fire pole then, for the ladies?
You can try that later.
This sounds really expensive. How are you going to pay for it?
Well, the brewery, we've got that taken care of, but the tasting room, the beer garden, that's where we need a bit of help.
And they won't let us print our own money anymore.
These guys will only let me sell plasma once a month.
Well, why don't you ask them?
Hey, that's a good idea. But how do we ask them? What do we say?
We need to talk about this over a pint.
Okay, so for $5, they get a sticker and a coaster.
Yeah, that's great, but how much for a t-shirt?
I don't know, our t-shirts are pretty awesome.
Where'd they get those beers?
Oh, of course, where are my manners? Would you like one? This is our 10 and 6. It's our take on the English IPA.
Oh, English IPA.
Yep, here at Rabbit Hole, we're not trying to reinvent beer. We just want to do something authentically different.
Oh, I see. Well, I can't wait until you guys are up and running. Should we go check on those guys?
There is no way anyone's gonna spend $1,000 for that.
What, are you crazy? $1,000 to sit in a recliner on the blue floor, drink beer all day, and heckle the brewmaster? Who wouldn't spend $1,000 on that?
Where are we gonna get a recliner?
Okay, $750, and they have to bring their own recliner. What a bargain.
Let's work this out later. Point is, we can ask for help and give some pretty cool stuff to the people who help us.
Hey guys, I've been meaning to ask, why Justin?
Oh, actually, Justin's a pretty cool town, and it's got a little bit of history and a lot of character.
Yeah, and it's about halfway between Denton and Fort Worth, about 5 miles from Texas Motor Speedway, and Dallas is pretty accessible too.
Justin sounds like a great location and a great place for a brewery. You should add that to your video.
Oh, it sounds like a great idea.
This is really exciting. Like, you guys are a good group of guys and you do brew a good beer, but I really gotta get home now. Can you snap me back or something?
It doesn't really work that way, but we can at least get you changed for the trip.
Oh, thanks. Look, I really gotta get going, so keys are in the Jeep, right?
Be careful with that. I'm gonna want it back.
Thank you folks for tuning in to a little bit of our craziness. It was a lot of fun to shoot, and we hope it was a lot of fun for you to watch too. But seriously, we know that we can't do it all by ourselves here at Rabbit Hole.
And that's why we're turning to you. We hope that you make a generous donation to Rabbit Hole Brewing through Kickstarter to help us fund our beer garden and our tasting room in exchange for some pretty cool swag.
And be sure to look for Rabbit Hole beers in your local bar. And the next time you're anywhere near Justin, Texas, please stop by and visit. Cheers.
Cheers.